candidate quality matters. Holy cow, have we learned that one the tough way. Look, here's a good policy. I got a great policy for the Republican Party. Let's stop supporting crazy unelectable candidates in our primaries and start getting behind winners that can close the deal in November. There's a unique decision for you.
We keep losing and losing and losing. And the fact of the matter is, the reason we're losing is because Donald Trump has put himself before everybody else.
So, we have, I think approximately 70% of Republicans still say that Donald Trump won the 2020 election. It's like, are we going to abandon truth to that degree? I mean, it's absolutely absurd. I mean, after all this time, all the courts that were, solicited to look into it, there's been no evidence of widespread fraud. Actually, most of the evidence I've seen so far has been Republicans trying to corrupt the election.
None of us are safe or better because Republican parties are not functioning properly. So when Mitt Romney is on video saying he don't know what happened to his party, we know exactly what happened to his party. They're imitating Donald Trump. They're becoming more and more like Donald Trump for what? Majority of that party, he said 70%, majority of his party has lost its way because they're no longer interested in doing policy work. They're no longer interested in being elected officials. They're only imitating Donald Trump.
Like, how does a party survive?
You have a whole entire national party that's trying to be the worst type of American. One that does not care about our traditions politically. One that does not care about our Constitution at all. One who's bragging about strongmen like Vladimir Putin. One who is threatening to go in and act as if he is the new Hitler. And one who is trying to become a dictator. And yet and still, the so-called party of family values and morality is going along with this blindly. This is not something we should take lightly in this country. We should all be threatened.
There are indictments. There's audio tape of him with classified documents, sharing them with people who didn't have that security clearance. Does any of that bother you?
No, I think they've been after him so long that all of this is just a witch hunt like he described it. I don't think there's anything Trump's done wrong. I think that the desperate opposition is just after him. I mean, they started out, and they've been after him 8 different ways, and they're going to keep after him until they can get him in jail, I think.
They went after Richard Nixon, they went after Bill Clinton, and now the courts in several different states are finding different things about Trump. Is there anything that could happen with him indictment-wise that would say, all right, maybe this disqualifies him for president?
Not for me. I'm with him to the finish.
All right, thank you so much.
He could stand on the front steps of the White House and commit murder, and I'm with him.
And it is not okay that Donald Trump is just on trial for hush money payments or sexual assault, but he's also guilty of what happened on January 6th. It was his words and his actions that led to it and also prolonged it. He sat back and watched January 6th happening. This is a disaster, not just for America, but for the entire world and anyone thinking of trying to experiment with democracy. We are learning how fragile it is as 70% of the Republican Party is going the way of Donald Trump. This is how strong men come into power all over the world. This is how democracies fall. This is how people that are marginalized and otherized are oppressed. We are going along with it. We're in 2024 and America is becoming something other than because of Donald Trump and the MAGA Republicans. And when I say MAGA Republicans, I'm not just talking about the ones at his rally. I'm talking about all of you all going along with the craziness. Those that are making people that are common sense Republicans leave the party because they can no longer support the ridiculousness that is Donald Trump and the current state of Republican politics. Marjorie Taylor Greene, Boebert, and so on and so on. It is absolutely dastardly that in 2024, we have Republicans that are not willing to say that they will accept the outcome of the 2024 election because they're afraid it's going to offend Donald Trump. How then is this America when our elections aren't even upheld? I'm Mondale Robinson, and I'm afraid.